Hello guys, welcome back to another one. Scotty Senior here. Mr. Vitali, we've qualified in this one second position. This was our very next race after the horrendous race from Mr. PG Motorsport. We have went in the very next day and done a daily race and immediately got our rest back, and then just went off and thought to yourselves, that's it fixed. But then we were told no, we'll still be in another one silly lobby, and this is it. This is the silly lobby. It's one of those split lobbies. There was 5 guys, the top 5 of us qualified. In the top 5 were S's, A pluses and A's, and the rest of the field were basically all D's. And we're just having to treat this race as another one of those ones that we don't care where we finish, but we need a clean race, and then we should be back in lobbies where we were. So it has taken one daily race and one FIA to get us back. And yet again, we took home the Library of the Race Award in this one. We're actually starting to turn up to these events now, and we're seeing Kawasaki flags in the crowd being waved about. Now we'll go for the move. And yet again, big shout out to Tom for making all these libraries. Thank you very much, mate. Loving them. This race had a 2 pit stop strategy, a requirement to use all of the tyres, hards, mediums and softs. So it was a 2-stopper. Most people were starting on the mediums, and then it changed from there. Some deciding to do 1 lap on the hards, 3 or 4 laps on the hards, leaving 3 or 4 laps or 1 lap on the hards till the end of the race, and so on. A lot of different strategies going on in this one. We have heard from our own top lobby guy who practices with us, Mr. James. He has jumped into our chat on the live stream before we were about to do this, and he's told us his strategy was going to be a 3-stopper, which we hadn't even thought of. And immediately we fancied it and thought to ourselves, oh, that will allow us to start the race on the soft tyre and help us stay out of trouble and get a clean race. So that's exactly what we've did. We've started the race on the softs, but because we're coming on the softs again, with a whole extra stop, although leading the pit lane on the soft tyres, which is why we were going to start on the mediums, because exiting the pit lane on the soft tyres during the race was a second faster than if you run mediums or hards. So we didn't want to throw a second away immediately. You can see the top 4 all there in 5th place in the background, not too far back. I like to stay on these outside views whenever there's not a lot going on in front of us. We're in the lead right now, so we'll enjoy these lovely views. I think if you look very closely on the way past us finish line here, there's a couple of Kawasaki flags in the crowd, and there was also a young lad holding a Go Scotty sign up, a homemade. Put a wee smile on my face. Dropping back down to third, not really wanting to get into a fight at all. Needing a clean race in this one. And we'll stay on board because there is a period of this race where there'll be a lot of skipping, as Mr. Vitali hangs on to that quite splendidly. Well done, sir. Let's give Mr. Vitali an Archduke there, because he done really brilliant there just to hold on to that. He strapped the wheel, and absolutely lovely catch, Mr. Vitali. Well done. Mr. TC must be feeling pretty confident sitting where he is. No doubt he's been fuel saving quite a lot. And we'll continue with the skip. Mr. Vitali trying to go the long way round, and both of us being very clean. Again, we'll continue with that skip. I do believe we're coming into the pitch this lap, and we decide to jump onto the hards. We've spotted a huge big gap in the field, as what usually happens in these here split lobbies, whatever way it works. There's a lot of totally new guys. And we've jumped onto the hard tires because of this big hole in the field. And get these tires over and done with and out of the way. I do believe we come straight back in and get ourselves onto the mediums, and again out on our own. That move virtually guaranteed us a Sunday drive through the countryside on our own, and here is where we'll start the main skipping of the race. I'm sure now you understand why we've chose to watch the earlier bit. These are back markers, invisible, and they can't affect you, so you can only really benefit from their slipstream. I do believe you still are able to get their slipstream. And we've picked up a 1 second penalty there. That was a bit of brain fade right there, just drifting out off the track, trying to stay in the slipstream of the back marker to gain that extra speed. And yet again we'll continue with a skip. There's Mr. TC back out in front of us. We'll continue to skip it because we don't start catching him. He's out on the fresh, and he starts opening up the gap on us. Up into third place, and another back marker, so we're in third, and we've lapped up to 7th place. That was so yeah, these lobbies are just all over the place. I certainly would not have liked to mess up my qualifying lap and be starting this one from last place. This would have been a nightmare of a room to try, and yeah, needed to get a decent qualifying and survive the first half a lap, and then you're usually just able to drive away from all the other lower levels guys. And again, we'll continue with the skip as we're on our own back into the pits and out to do the last stint on a good set of softs. Fifth place will continue the skip. Others off into the pits now. And I believe that is fifth place behind us there, so we're sitting in fourth. And again, we're not going to be wanting to fight this at all whenever it comes. We just want a clean race. And there he's made the move on us. Let's go back and see that on the way into this corner. He's through one of them. We've just been a gentleman and accepted it. We'll still get ourselves a pit party for the top 5. We'll continue with the skip. As we'll come around the last lap, and on the way to the finish line, we're thinking to ourselves, we'll do a wee handbrake turn here for the fans who made these here signs and all for us, and we realise that this car is crap with a handbrake. And we actually make a terrible mistake, but we get away with it. We throw the handbrake on and we go into the wall before crossing the finish line, which could well have picked us up a penalty. It didn't, so we got away with it, and we did look at those guys on the pit wall. They absolutely loved that one. Fist pumps all round, and people going home with pieces of race car. Second try, next video guys. Thank you.